to deal with a lot of the more defensive options that Peabnut has. But you know, he was away for a while. He did not stop playing during that time frame because you know we are seeing a Wario pick instead.
Okay, I have not seen a Tweek Wario in quite a while. But the crowd seems to be pretty excited about it.
And I imagine a big part of it is going to be because of the movement that you have. You're a very fast character in the air. You have a lot of like those combo moves or those moves that can hit kind of wide. You know, that Nair being like the main combo starter, right? Uh-oh. But it's going to help to deal with Peab quite a bit, especially if you can use those platforms to your advantage to avoid a lot more of those like grounded options because, you know, Peab has to cover one of the two, right? Platform level or bottom level. Because, you know, if he chooses wrong, Tweek's coming in there with a Nair.
No, that is for certain, Nick. As you can see, we do have pretty even percentages getting us started, but Tweek has been able to find so much off of his combos, and even at the point that we're able to make it up, he does seem to be finding himself an advantage a whole lot of the time. Peab, though, going to be finding a lot of up airs on this upper platform, still trying to wall out Tweek as much as he can. Those leaf shields going to be doing a whole lot for him with that disjoint. Crash Bomber online, not going to be something that deters Tweek from approaching, and back air not enough to take it nearly at this percentage, but still eager to keep this ledge trap going as long as he can.
Yeah. And we are, just one thing, we're in game one. Both these players, what?
Wow.
Both these players are going to try to be testing the feel of a little bit. The back air actually, pretty sure, just got messed up by the bike and just dragged him down. Didn't connect to the final hit. Tweek is getting around like these up airs quite well. Dash attack not killing just yet. Mega Man does have some weight on him.
No, quite a lot to see. Both of the dash attacks just sort of counteracting each other. Ooh, not going to be able to take it with the fair just yet, but that leaf shield off stage is actually going to be what keeps Tweek from recovering. So Peabnut up a stock already in order to get us started in this game one.
Yeah, the bike was all the way, still is, all the way on the other side of the stage. And it, you know, when you can remove a jump from there, that bike, if you don't have bike, you're not recovering really well. But that back air is going to take it, and look what we have. A little bit of waft, if you will.
Yeah, definitely some waft that Tweek is going to be trying to save for later. These up air chains, though, going to be doing a whole lot for Peab as he is looking to get Tweek away, not trying to approach either, just trying to wall him out, rather, with projectiles instead, because he does not want to be anywhere near that waft. At this percentage, definitely wouldn't kill him, but not something that you want to entertain.
So we have seen Tweek rolling into like the leaf shield quite a bit, and I think it's mostly just because, to be fair, he's only also getting hit by the last hit of it. I kind of wonders how much staying in shield could work and not get hit. But he's also not really getting like hugely punished. Yeah, down air dash attack, why not?
Still being able to recover, and the Metal Blade and the up air coming out. No up tilt for Peab. But as we're coming back to the center of the stage, that up B actually saved his life because that up air could have done so much for Tweek.
He's going to roll into the F smash right there. Goes low. Oh, this is actually not going to be looking what he was looking for, which is the explosion to send Tweek. I guess, yeah, you're at a high percent. It's not really worth using the waft just there. Oh, waft there. Spike, yeah. But, oh, you're using it to recover. Okay, sure, yeah. It's like a huge loss for like his offensive, like his threatening, and getting away with the roll this time.
Yeah, I definitely think that the waft was the right option to use at the moment. Having the bike as well, definitely a boon for Tweek as he is looking for this ledge trap. Peab, though, able to get back by going high. The dare going to be proving a little bit of a challenge. The dash attack as well from Tweek. The Crash Bomber at the ledge in order to pose a challenge. And having the bike between them, definitely a really good option for Tweek in order to have something that Mega Man can't grab with his
down air kill.
Whoa, a downer from Peab is going to be what seals out that stock instead. Peabnut having the Metal Blade in hand, definitely going to be a challenge now for Tweek to approach.
On top of that, something just to note is Wario does not have great out of shield options, right? That's why he's a very floaty, like a really fast moving character in the air. So that's why we see him just kind of move around quite a lot. But it's also why Peabnut can kind of just mash on him a bit, because what is Tweek going to do about it? most of the time we're just seeing Tweek use his out of shield options to get away.
Yeah, I think that that's a really interesting analysis in order to make, because it's something that seems to be playing really well into this game. And I wonder if it's something that either of the players are aware of either. But, oh my goodness. Okay, getting to start it back into neutral. Peabnut off stage at this percentage, definitely trying to steal out the stock where he can. But this wall that he has of projectiles has been working so well for him. That down air, and going for the up tilt too.
He didn't land. He was able to get out the animation in the air, so there was no real ending lag, and Peab got kind of away with it for free.
Yeah, definitely not something that I was entirely expecting, but going to be blowing up that bike. Definitely do not want that resource to be there for Tweek.
Sour spot.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But something to note, we are back at a full loft, but it won't matter if Tweek can't find a way to take the stock right now.
No, and Peabnut absolutely knows that, not wanting him to approach either, having a lot of the fares and the leaf shield disjoint in order to try to wall him out at dare once again. Both players at full rage, and with the waft online, it could be Tweek's stock very much if he is to utilize this.
Also, with Tweek's percent, I don't exactly take this. Actually, no. The way P plays, the timer is at about 45 seconds as right now, so this could go to time. If Tweek can't find a hit and Peab decides to play more of the defensive style, which against Wario is actually kind of scary because he does like those situations where he can just kill you because of waft, so you have to watch out. Yeah.
No waft quite yet at this percentage, but definitely, since it is something important to note that we are close to going to time. Peab just going to be finding a whole lot of these pellets, not wanting Wario to approach, but Tweek has the bike out. The bike could be so big for him, but as we return to the center of the stage, having his advantage once again. Big air dodge coming out from Peabnut. He is scared and not quite at the time yet. It is him who is going to retreat, and there's a wall. He was looking.
It looked like a sour spot, even there, to do something, but Peab, well, I guess, the timer did have something to do with that game there. And it really did just show, though, how important those small interactions that are building up, that builds up percent is going to be. Because, we saw Tweek start that last already at 130. And that waft was, a lot of people may be wondering why I used the waft to live. I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to understand why, which is, there's no point in having the waft if you're not even playing a second, you can't even get Peab to a second stock. Normally to do that is to survive. And, he ended up getting a second one anyways, which, could have helped, but, Peab was at 160, or he was at 160 before he lost his stock. And it was hard to come back from. And that first stock is the momentum setter, especially with these two types of characters.
I definitely think that that is something important to keep in mind. And going on to PS2, this is going to be a counterpick stage according to the rule set for this tournament. Definitely getting us started with that wall once again. Peabnut wants to have the ledge trap game down.
Yeah, and I think also this PS2 pick helps a lot with Tweek getting around it, because the open space does allow him to maneuver around his platforms, because they're a little bit higher, so you can jump. There's more space. You have to there's more space you should theoretically have to cover if you're Peabnut, but it also should allow him to live a little bit longer. But that's if Peab actually goes for the kill, not the timeout again.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely something good to keep in mind, especially since we know that Peab is not afraid to go to time in this specific set.
Yeah.
All right, getting us started back at the center, we are going to have a whole lot of neutral coming out, and actually that up air not able to make a whole lot off of it for Tweek, but he is fighting against this wall of this war of attrition rather that Peabnut is starting out with Metal Blade, and actually going to be missing his down tilt and getting a bit of the grab, trying to find that fair. No crash bomber either for Peab, but Tweek still able to get in, just relying on pure frame data and waiting for Peab to overextend before he attacks, just like that grab.
Yeah, those pellets are just not allowing Tweek to even move in forward when he has chances in that defensive option. Up smash did take it, which Tweek needs to answer back soon before he builds up too much percent. Because, well, you get situations where if Mega Man can snowball, it's going to hurt in the long run. And that's what like the downside though of having this stages coming out. I talked about how you can avoid a lot of options on the stage from Mega Man. You can also avoid a lot of options on here from Wario.
Absolutely something that both of these players seem to be aware of, and sending the Leaf Shield all the way to the other side. Tweek, though, as you were saying, building up a little bit too much percentage, and at 126 has the potential to take the stock away from Peabnut, but Peabnut just making it so difficult for him to approach at all. Not a whole lot that he can do. Going to be trying to eat that Metal Blade, though, in order to stave off a bit of the damage, but Peabnut has just been so defensive in his game style that there isn't really an easy way for Tweek to find the approach.
Did get the sour spot there. Sweet spot definitely would have taken it, but you know, it didn't take it. So we have to find ourselves back in the situation, and you're going to find it with that back air right there. Peep trying to play a bit more under the platform, and it not working out for him there.
No.
Go. Yeah, so another thing, though, is also he only took 54%, which is not, like, considering what we've seen in the last game, not the worst to be at. Although he has to, you know, hit him back, so that's a big thing to do.
Yeah, as we do see a whole... Okay. Still going to be looking for something to get himself started. The up tilt could have been really big for Peep, but not able to get a stock off of it either. We are seeing just these pellets coming out as well. You know, just a little bit of the chipper damage. That's what Peep seems to be doing. As about in the previous set, you know, he just builds up slow damage bit by bit. No up smash either. That is going to be missing. Tweek not able to find a big punish, but that dare absolutely going to be doing that.
Big,
and finding that punish right off of the Crash Bomber, trying to recover with the bike, but still getting caught by Peabnut in his setup. Great stock.
Yep. But I think Peep's also, he's not letting himself get hit by a nair, I like to think. But he's at that percent. Whoa, he got hit by a nair. Does Waft get comboed in there? I do think if it does, that's easily a stock. Not even a question. But I don't even think Tweek was ready for himself to pull it if it was, you know, true.
Tweek, though, having a pretty good ledge trap going here for Peep. Of course, these aerials going to be trying to do as much as he can, and that back air, finding that right over the upper platform. That was a great stock from Tweek, being able to even things up right where we are.
Yeah, he only was at 15 when he lost the stock. Taking some pounds since then, and what we've seen, Wario does not take a lot of time to rack damage up. It's just, can he do it? Can he get around this defense that Peep has set up, right?
Yeah, absolutely something important. Going to be going for the landing bit of the Leaf Shield, and actually not able to approach either. Tweek just has to fight through a wall if he wants to get close enough to Peabnut in order to force an interaction. Peep, though, having the Leaf Shield, and that has been doing so many wonders for him under this upper platform, giving him a false sense of security. Tweek, though, going to be coming in close, looking for the closeout option. We do have the center of the Pokeball in his possession. Once again, the Metal Blade in hand, rather.
Yeah, just look how he's also getting around it this time. Just using that empty space that just was opened up thanks to PS2. And I thought, you know, there was 2.5 minutes left. There's no way the time could have anything to do with it. I don't know, man. The way Peep's playing, he's not going for anything like kill moves. He's going for pokes there. That could have been a combo there. But it's giving Tweek some more time to breathe. If he can find one of his combo moves, that Rage is going to start having some big impact on that Waft.
Honestly, I think that the timeout setup seems to be working really well for Peep, because realistically, he could just set up a wall of damage that Tweek just has to sort of skirt around in order to avoid if he wants to approach. Not going to be getting very much off of that nair. Peabnut trying to make it as difficult as possible with all of these dares as well. Tweek, though, at the center with the Leaf Shield, not able to get anything off of it just yet, but Peabnut just trying to chip away at this damage. Dangerous when you're off stage, and now you're forced to find the Waft. There is Tweek coming in at the moment that it mattered. No timeout this second. There we go. Tweek going to be finding that game where he needed it.
And you commented earlier about Tweek's like ledge trapping. We haven't seen a lot of that this set because Peab has been recovering so high. Guess what? Forced to recover low, you go straight into a waft there, and Tweek was ready for that situation. You just saw him go low. You saw him go low too, and well, avoided the timeout. Was down by quite a bit, and it looks like they're just talking about bans right now. But if Tweek can keep finding situations where he can force Peab to go low, I think once again forcing him back on the ledge is going to be a big part of keeping up like this momentum that he hopefully can get from this game too.
That was exactly what we needed, because literally at the point that he was able to get that waft, we had like 20 seconds left. So anything possible. And at the moment that he had Peabnut off of the stage, that was exactly what he wanted, because he forced the low recovery as you were. Oh, Kalos.
So,
alrighty.
I talked about open stage in the last, like the amount of open space in the last stage. Kalos has that in quite a bit of spare. You have the, it's the FD layout with those two side platforms, which can actually it can punish your landings quite hard, and that's where Peab wants to get a lot of those a lot of his money, because he hasn't been hitting Tweek a lot of those up air situations where we see him get a lot of his damage against other characters, and you also live quite a while, and I think he maybe wants to keep that going, because what helped him a lot in that game one was just how long he lived. How much it took Tweek to finally find a kill. And you're a heavy character, and on Kalos, those blast zones should be able to help, as well as having a little bit of a wall to help your recovery if you have to go low and mix it up just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely something that was thought of by Peabnut in order for him to choose this stage. And the very tail end of the back air, being able to find that stock and drawing first blood for Peab. All right, it does look, though, like another ledge trap for Tweek, going to be able to go high that time, as you were saying, Nick, in order to recover. We have the Leaf Shield once again. Dare, it's interesting how he's still going for Dare when there's not a platform in sight, how he has Tweek underneath him. He's still able to find that positioning.
Dare is a very safe move. It's one of, if you can find a way to land it, if Tweek shields it, that's even safer. If you hit it, hey, you got some damage in. But it's not the worst option to throw into situations where Tweek also doesn't really have a real defense. There's the wall jump, and you also use the wall there to recover, because he used the missile against the wall. He went very low, used the wall jump, upbeat again, and was able to make it back. It looks a little bit longer, taking some more time off the clock, but did not do much damage.
Yeah, actually, Tweek is only at 18%, which is really nothing going into this next stock, especially now that we are back at the percentages. The Crash Bomber might make that a little bit more, but even so, negligible damage. And now Peab, though, finally finding the approach, still going to be not essentially timing him out, but just going to be retaining his space, setting up a wall of projectiles rather, and Tweek just being forced to play the patient game, finding his space around them, just sort of like maneuvering around a floor full of Legos.
Yeah.
Is really the way that Peab is playing, that he's forcing Tweek to approach where he can, and then limiting a whole lot of his options too, because these could be big setups for Peabnut as well.
I do like that from Peab, just going off stage there to even hurt Tweek's chance of punishing him even more. And look at that, Tweek has not done any percent on this stock yet.
No, not a single bit. And actually able to recover, but the Leaf Shield just running out of invincibility frames. Tweek finding the right option with the roll getup, and still, though, not going to be finding any respite as he can in the center of the stage. That Nair could be big as he was able to interrupt the missile. And still Peabnut going to be able to find his advantage once again. Good grab as well, leading into the back throw, and actually going to be looking for his approach once again.
He's going with the chomp there, get your damage, and once again we can avoid this whole disadvantage state by going high.
Yeah, definitely something he seems to be doing back air, not enough to take the stock either, but we do have him way past full rage. Tweek pretty convinced to stay alive though, and oh man, that was just not the right hit of it in order to take the stock. However, we are coming back to the center, the Leaf Shield out, and the grab, actually, that was the bait. That was exactly what it was. Peabnut able to get it and not just quite getting the stock.
It's such a scary situation to be Tweek when he has both like both Leaf Shield and the Metal Blade. Oh, that should be stopped. Yeah, Metal Shield. He has Leaf Shield and Metal Blade active because you can cancel out of it too, and you don't know what he's gonna do. It forces you to shield, and you can act out of it. You know, as I said, as Peep, and find your just punish Tweek for whatever defensive option he does. And this is one of the situations where Kalos, the side platforms, are really going to come in handy, where you just need to run away for a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, definitely what Peep seems to be doing, and actually not going to be able to find the fair, but anything he can is just chipping away at this damage of Tweek, because he is on his final stock already at a pretty decent percentage as well. Peabnut has been playing the patient game, and it seems to be paying off going into this game.
Just trying to find that grab, not going to be able to do it. Didn't tech the ground, going to eat it back before too. What do you really do in this situation, right? You have to find your way back in when Peep has been covering a lot of these like options really well.
Yeah, it's just making it so difficult for Tweek, because anytime that he is forced to approach, still finding that aggressive option, not something that we saw previously from Peabnut. It is going to be the fair to close us out.
Mia Raffle, that's what I'm talking about. But we did see the fair come out there from Tweek, unable to take the stock off of Peep there, further allowing Peep to live longer, play on Kalos, and make that game 3 not particularly close.
No, not. Unfortunately for Tweek, not close, and really the thing that we've been seeing so much from. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think it's one of those situations where version 13. Oh my God. It's one of those situations where you are. The other option isn't working. What is probably the better matchup of the two is not working. And even if, you just should probably stick it out with your best character. It's, once again, probably on paper, not better, but you as a player know this character way better than the other one.
The other thing that I think should be considered is that Tweek has now had three games now against Peabnut, so it's given him time to adjust and maybe decide in the meantime what he is going to do once he has Diddy Kong in this matchup. So something important to be keeping in mind. And actually, so far, Tweek does have a tiny bit of a lead.
Yeah, he's able to get those like loose hits in, especially because a lot of his early hits do combo into quite a bit. Yeah, just back up, play around Banana. I don't imagine that we'll see Tweek trying to approach that much. Yeah, putting himself at ledge though. Jump side B, get your damage in.
Yeah, the really interesting thing is that the banana gives him so many different options for approaching, whereas with Wario, really one of his big approach options was like Nair if he didn't have the bike, and then bike can be a tool sometimes, but honestly, he has so many more options at his disposal now as Diddy Kong rather.
But also, being able to hold on to the banana, we're seeing how crucial that banana is, really threatening space and scaring people a little bit. Because when Peeb had that banana, he didn't throw it once, and he made Tweek feel a little bit of pain there.
Yeah, really important, and still trying to hold on to this lead as long as possible, potentially looking for a stock as we're getting up now into the higher echelons of percentages, but going to reset us back to neutral yet again with just this wall of fair and the leaf shield as well as the pellets coming out from Peep. Still has to be so careful of that banana, because as long as it is in Tweek's hand, which it isn't, it is going to be a pretty big challenge finding the monkey flip, and no stock either. But now with a ledge trap, we do have the potential to see something from Tweek in order to find the stock against Peep.
Yeah. And okay, how the wall cling, okay. The banana on the stage right now. Can Tweek find a way to keep this little bit lead that especially the lead that he had to start the game going? And he dropped banana. Oh boy.
All right, but he still does have Peep off stage. No banana anymore. That was unfortunately the setup, but no stock gone. The banana is still going to be a tool at the ledge, and it's pretty amazing that we only just now lost that stock when we're already 2 minutes in.
Took a little bit of questionable DI, but was able to find the fair hit. And if he can play this lead, that's going to be great. But we've seen how good Peab is at closing out like these stocks. Even if they're at a high percent, he doesn't let these games get super far behind him, right?
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. And trying to just add on any extra percent that he can now with a ledge trap and the banana in hand. Tweek is able to get so much more mileage off of this than before. Peabnut finally has him, and not enough to take the stock, but looking for it as he
have a jump. I think Pellet may have caught one of his jumps because, well, definitely can't imagine he just didn't press a button down there.
Yeah, I think that that's exactly what happened, because you could see like this little stall animation in that moment. So I think that was definitely his jump being gone. But 59% extra credit. Let's see what Tweek is able to make off of that.
I do like that from Tweek. He's also sometimes just letting the banana hit the ground. He's not always going for it in the air, because Peab's at times been pretty good about taking away option routes using that. Oh, that is unfortunate. Now we're playing this far game.
Yeah, doesn't have the banana in hand. Not a situation where he wants to be. And neither of them having it now, but for the moment, it's still on Tweek in order to recover from the ledge. Going to be,
Just up smash out of shield.
Yeah.
One of the few options he actually has that's going to be able to punish how safe a lot of the Mega Man moves are. That was like another big thing, is that the switch from Wario allows him to have actual out of shield options that aren't just, grab.
Yeah, I think that that's been a really helpful thing for the. Oh,
I don't
man.
think he thought it would trip.
I don't think so either, but it still seemed to be the right option to go for in that specific situation. Tweek, though, going to be relying a whole lot on the shield and just sort of chipping away at the approach now, having the ledge trap and going to be able to find that stock. So Tweek now up a stock and going to be looking for that extra credit and yet another ledge trap now.
Yeah, and interesting to note is that Peab had to go high there. He didn't have a jump, didn't really have the drift from where he was for that to go lower. And by doing that, Tweek was able to just, you can react to whatever Peab does there, and honestly just probably kill him for it. Which, not probably, he did die. Oh, that is so disgusting. You can't do anything in that situation if you're Tweek. Just any, oh, he missed the ledge. Oh no. He kicked, all right. Kick again, why not?
All right, that final stock there going to be doing so much for Peabnut, but Tweek going to be determined to keep him off on this side for as long as possible, looking for that ledge trap with the banana. Even without the banana in his hand, Peab not looking to give it up, but Tweek going to get caught by these up airs. Oh no, disrupting his momentum, but still finding it back to the center of the stage. Peabnut now being forced to recover high, but Tweek going to be lying in wait underneath in this on the side of the stage.
That was a reset situation with the banana that led him to up smash, and he parried. He knew he was going to down tilt there. Oh, that probably blows